Hey guys, so I am back with another makeup tutorial today, and I'm going to be showing you how to get this really fun purple look. And I have worn this a few times already, just kind of out and about, and I really love this look. One of the reasons I love it so much is because it's so easy and using not very many products at all actually, but it looks like you used more colors and more products than you really did. So I'm just using an eyeliner and an eyeshadow together in a way that makes it look like there's more colors on your lid than there really is. So if I've totally lost you by now, don't worry. Like I said, I promise it's so easy, and you can see exactly how I do it if you just keep watching for the tutorial. To start off this look, I'm going to put down my transition color first just to get that out of the way, and I'm going to be using Saddle by MAC on an E35 tapered blending brush. I want this color to kind of be just from the crease and up, not really on the lid at all, so I'm going to tilt my brush up a little bit like that just to make sure we're blending upwards. And I'm going to apply that right into the crease. So once we've got that on there, you want to take a blending brush. This is an E40, and I just like to blend that all around the brow bone and just kind of pull it out, wing it out a little bit using the tail of my eyebrow as a guide. Sometimes I'll go back and replace that color just to make sure that I have a really nice, just really smooth blend. And I think it helps when you repeat that step once or twice. So now moving on to our lid colors, you can use a black eyeshadow for this step if you want to, but I want to use an eyeliner that we're already using. I'm going to be using this in the waterline too. So this is the Loreal Voluminous Smoldering eyeliner. And I'm going to apply that right into the waterline. I'm going to be applying it to the lower waterline too, but just so it doesn't have any time to travel or smudge around, I'm just going to work on the top lid first. Just messily line my upper lash line with that. Okay, just like that. Shouldn't take you very long at all. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is an E21 smudge brush, and I'm just going to hold it sideways and use that to soften our line. And basically just smudge it around a little bit. And what this is going to do is put down a darker base towards the lash line, and when you layer the eyeshadow I'm going to be using on top of it, it makes it look like you're using two different colors of purple. It's not going to be really dark and dramatic or anything like that. It's almost going to create a brighter purple at the lash line. Just want it to be a nice smooth transition. So now you want to reach for an iridescent purple shade. This one that I'm using is called Stars and Rockets by MAC. And I'm actually applying this with just like a fluffy, almost like a domed shader brush from Ulta. And you just want to tap that color right over top. I don't want to bring it up into the crease or anything. I just want to keep it right on the lid right there. That's why we kind of put down the transition color to use as a guide first. Just make sure you get it on there nice and evenly so all of your eyeliner or, you know, your black eyeshadow, if that's what you used, is covered and it looks nice and even. And so hopefully you can see the really cool effect that it gives. It just kind of looks like a brighter purple towards the lash line where we smudged out that eyeliner. So now I'm going to use an E70 brush to apply this shimmery highlight shade called Venus from the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. That is going to go all around the tear duct, and I'm going to use that to blend out the inner corner of my lid color as well. To finish up the lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with the same Loreal Voluminous Smoldering eyeliner that I used on my upper lash line and just apply that to the lower waterline. You can skip that if you want. Then using another brush from Ulta, this is a tiny, it's kind of like a tiny version of the E70 I used for my inner corner highlight. It's a really nice angled, smaller fluffy brush, and I'm using that to apply some more of the same color we used for our transition. This is Saddle again. So I'm just going to finish off this look by defining the outer corner of the eye with this color and this more precise brush, and then bringing it underneath the lower lash line to set that eyeliner in the waterline and also just kind of open up the eye a little bit. I like to bring it a little bit farther down towards the inner corner. So I just applied my concealer, which, as you know, I use to clean up the lower lash line and the outer edge of my makeup, and I will put all of the products that I used on the rest of my mug down below in the info box if you want to check that out. And then for mascara, I'm using Benefit They're Real. I think false lashes would be gorgeous with this look, but again, I just wanted to keep this look kind of simple and easy to achieve, so I'm going to skip the falsies today and just do an extra coat of mascara. And with the lower lash line, I like to do something similar with my mascara. It's similar to how I apply the eyeshadow. I just focus it mostly in the center, right underneath the color part of my eye right here. Just keeps the eyes nice and open and kind of wide-eyed looking. Okay guys, so for my actual cheek products, I did apply them earlier today before I decided to sit down and film this eye look. So I'm going to show you what I use though, because I know when I watch makeup tutorials, I like to know exactly like every single product they use on their face. I'm just weird like that, but so I thought I would show you. So I did use this Hoola bronzer by Benefit, and I use this to contour because it doesn't really warm up my skin tone all that much. It kind of just looks like a shadow on me, so it's perfect for contouring. And then to actually warm up my complexion a little bit, I use the bronzer from the MAC Hibiscus Kiss Blush Bronzer Duo. I mostly applied it on my temples, just right above the hollows of my cheeks, and a little tiny bit on the end of my nose and my chin to warm up my skin. And then I went with this NARS Blush in the color Luster. Just looks like this. It's a gorgeous glowy amber color, and I love using products like this. I'll apply a little bit more so you can kind of get the gist of what it looks like. I like applying blush colors like this that have a little bit of shimmer to them when I'm just kind of paring it down on the rest of the face, because that way I don't really need to use an extra highlighter, but it does give a really pretty natural looking highlight to the top of the cheekbones. For my lips, I just wanted to do just a really simple gloss on the lips, something just kind of fresh and natural looking, but my natural lip color is kind of meh. I like to liven it up a little bit just by taking really any pink lipstick. This one is Pink Nouveau by MAC, and I just dab it on. Then I just take my finger and just blend it out. And it gives you a nice natural wash of color. It doesn't look so as intense as if you would just take this color and go, you know, all over like that. Then I'm going to use this NYX Butter Gloss in Eclair, which I have a bunch of these colors, and this wasn't my favorite right off the bat, but I really, really like it now. It's like a pretty pearly pink color. So that is pretty much it for this look. Now keep in mind, with a purple eye, I think you can actually do so many different colors with the rest of the face as far as cheeks and lips are concerned. Like, I think peach colors look gorgeous with purple. Corals look great, like a coral lip or a coral cheek. So you can really do a lot of different things. I just kind of went with more like neutral pinks today and just like kind of a nude cheek. So that's what I went for, but be creative. Express yourself, that's what it's all about. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!